A very common question in this era of quarantine, and a very appropriate one, is what should I be eating so that I'm not coming up in weight? Now, as I listen to that question, I know that really we all know what we should be eating. We should be eating more veggies and more fruits, and they should be in their raw state because it's better for the body. So I don't think the question is, what should we be eating? Because we also know we should be avoiding Coke and sweets and sugars. And so we actually do know what to eat and what to avoid. I think the question people really are having is, how do I avoid these things that I should not be eating? And how do I gravitate more towards the ones I have to be consuming? Now that's a good question, because that's really what it's all about. How do I take myself there? First, we have to understand why it is we have the incorrect cravings. And we have the incorrect cravings because our adrenal glands are exhausted. This is an unprecedented time. We are exposed to a type of level and stress we've never known before. We're teaching our children and watching them grow up with masks and gloves, and we're teaching them just a new life, which they don't understand. And as parents, it stresses us more if we're parents. And if we're not, we're having the same issues anyway. Looking at everyone around us wearing masks and just not, the uncertainty is increasing as to what will happen in the future. All that type of stress that has never been present before now comes into our body and stresses our adrenal glands. Our adrenals are very important glands, part of our glandular system. They sit in the back of our kidneys. In fact, if you see them in a picture, they look like little hats or little hats on the kidneys. Very important glands because when they are exhausted, we're not going to talk about everything that they do, but when they are exhausted, they make us crave the incorrect things. We're craving carbs, the incorrect kind. We're craving sweets, drinks that we shouldn't be drinking, etc. So once I understand that it's because they are exhausted, now my question is, well, how do I build them up? How do I make sure they're not exhausted with everything I'm facing? Let's talk about 4 things that they need in order to work as they should, so that you don't have the incorrect cravings and you're not battling your weight. 4 things, and think of them like the 4 like a chair, and the 4 stands on the chair. Let's talk about the first one. We need to get to bed on time. People aren't doing that. People are thinking, well, I don't have to get up tomorrow, so I'll just go to sleep late. But that's incorrect thinking, because it does not help our adrenal glands to heal. In order for them to heal, we must be dead to the world by 11 o'clock, because a regeneration of organs takes place at that time, and our adrenal glands will begin to heal if we are asleep at that time. So what do I do so that happens? Well, I have to have a schedule. I have to know that, first of all, by 8 o'clock, all the lights in my room and in my house are at the lowest. Because one of the greatest problems is that the houses are so lit up that you walk into them and it's night and it looks like it's daytime in there, and it sends the wrong signal to your brain. It tells your brain, hey, it's still daytime. You can keep going. And so you do, and you exhaust yourself even more. So we have to pretend that we're living in the era where there was no electricity, and we went to sleep when it was dark, and we woke up when the light came in. We may not have roosters to wake us up, but when the light comes in. Do you know that back then what they would do is they would have this little candle and they'd carry it from room to room to find their way? So that's the type of lighting that needs to exist in our homes when it's nighttime, so that the correct message is sent so that we can get to bed on time. And so then you do your little routine, 10 o'clock, it's time to read something motivational. It's not time to listen to the news, because then you'll go to sleep stressed. So, and especially now. So your little routine, you put your diffuser on, your essential oils, you read a motivational book, something relaxing, and you're ready to go to bed. Don't fight sleep either. Some people start yawning and they're like, no, it's 8 o'clock, it's still too early. If you are yawning at 8 o'clock and that's an early bedtime for you, take advantage of it. Because if you miss the window of opportunity when your body tells you it's time to sleep, you may not get it later on until much later. So even if your body at certain times makes you or asks to sleep early, listen to it. So number one, I need to get to bed in time. Number two, I need to be hydrated. And a lot of people have different opinions in terms of how much water do I take. So here's an easy rule. Half of your weight in ounces is what you should be taking. So a 200-pound adult, half of it would be 100 ounces a day. An 80-pound-old kid, half of it is 40 ounces a day. That's a general rule, and it'll help you to keep hydrated. You need to stay hydrated for all sorts of body functions to take place. Obviously, also for your adrenals to work. Even your pain levels will come down if you're drinking the correct amount of water. That was 2. 3, I need to exercise. I need 30 minutes at the least of exercise every day. The kind of exercise that gets my heart pumping. So it's not that I'm walking all day. No, it's I need 30 minutes of active exercise at the very least every day. Day after day, yes, weekends included. It's going to release a whole bunch of neat hormones in your body. You've heard of them, endorphins. And it's going to make you feel happy because there really is a lot of reasons to be happy, even though we are experiencing all this. Life is wonderful and there's so much beauty around us. So exercise is going to help you to appreciate that, and it'll bring down your stress levels. Stress causes inflammation. Stress exhausts your adrenal glands. You're going to want to eat more. So exercise, and you'll find that that changes. And that was your 3rd. And 4th, you need nutrition. Now, we need to eat veggies and fruits in their raw state, but they do not provide the nutrition that we need. So we need to look for supplements. We need to supplement. We need to find a neat, strong company that will give us what we need in terms of nutrition. So if we're going to get nutrition from supplements, why do I have to eat veggies and fruits? Well, you have to eat veggies and fruits because that is what's going to help your body to spend less time and less energy digesting. Imagine when you have a steak, the amount of energy your body uses to digest that steak is huge. It is not the amount of energy it spends digesting vegetables or fruits. Those come out of your digestive system very quickly. So why would you want to spend less energy digesting? Because if your body is spending less energy digesting, now it has more energy free to heal your adrenal glands and to heal all other sorts of things that you have going on in your body that need healing. And that way you can get back to feeling better mentally, emotionally, and physically. So eat raw to use less energy and supplement to get the nutrition you need. And there you have it, 4 things that will help you eat correctly. Once you bring these foods into your house, now you'll want to eat them because you also don't have any junk food in the house either. So that's important as well. I hope these 4 things help you to put your life back in order and get what you're looking for. If it's better weight, better health, better energy, these 4 things will help you with all sorts of things in your life. And as you put them in practice, you will also be emotionally happier. You'll be mentally at peace with yourself. If you like this information and you think of someone that might benefit from it, please share it. And you'll notice that there's an option to sign up to subscribe to my channel. Please do so that you can be made aware of future videos. And thank you for listening.